Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh, guys. As always, Jordan Green here, Afro in Japan, here with David.
Hello.
We got a guest!
Yes.
God dang, we got a good guest this week.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh man, I've this whole week I've been looking forward to this
This talk?
this talk. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
for
Me
sure.
too. We got Seijin in the chat. Hey, Seijin, how you doing?
Oh, hey. I'm good,
My-
thanks.
My dude. Guy,
Yeah,
he
good to be
reached...
here.
Dude, thank you for coming in. He reached out to us on Instagram. He was
Mm-hmm.
basically saying that he's a key scene animator.
Hang on.
Keyframe.
Keyframe.
Keyframe?
Yes, keyframe
Yeah.
animator.
Seijin, is it keyframe or key scene?
It's keyframe.
I'm asking the expert. Seijin, is it key scene or keyframe?
Keyframe.
The expert has
Yeah,
spoken.
Gengo in Japanese, but yeah, Gengamon,
Kingamon?
but it means keyframe animator.
Dude, that's so cool. We have like a ton of questions for you to answer if that's cool. But
Okay, yeah.
we'll start with like some just simple housekeeping, simple basic questions. So like one of the ones is always like, dude, where are you from and how did you get to Japan?
Okay, yeah. It's a long story, but yeah, I'm from London originally, South London,
My boy.
like Mitcham, Wimbledon area.
No
Grew
way.
up. I'm half Japanese. Well, my mother's Japanese. My dad is originally from the Caribbean, but he moved to England when he was like 10 or something, so
Mhm.
he's British now. Yeah, but I basically grew up my whole life in London. But I did study animation in university
Mm.
in England, University of Westminster.
Oh no way. It's
Yeah,
like
the-
central London.
yeah,
Dude, that is so busy. Holy shit. So you're half Japanese, born and raised in London, in South London of all places.
yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm from
Yeah.
North London, so
Where
we're
are
like
you from?
I'm North
Oh,
London.
North London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were from North London. I thought you were like from Harrow, that kind of area, like from your accent. I don't
Dude,
know. But
no, I'm from
it
Tottenham.
sounded like it. Oh, Tottenham. Oh, okay, that's quite different.
No, dude, no. Everyone thinks I'm from. So that they would think I'm from the rich areas.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do
yeah,
have a
like
very
Harrow,
posh
Kinnar,
accent.
that kind of area.
Yeah. Everyone goes, "Are you from Harrods, Westminster? Where are you from?" And I'm like, Tottenham. Like with a knife crime? With the knife crime, yes, indeed.
With all the knife crime where you don't feel safe walking around. But yeah.
Yes. Have you been to Tottenham before?
A few times, but not a lot. But yeah, I never felt safe walking around there.
Oh,
Only been there at knife point.
yo, only at knife point. You never feel safe in like walking around Tottenham. Honestly, that's growing up. That you just sort of feel. That's how you just feel all the time. The house,
Honestly, yeah.
how's South London in comparison? Is South London better?
It's a more chill. Like some areas are a bit rough, like,
Peckham.
but on the whole, I think it's a bit more chill. But there's some rough areas,
Peckham.
like yeah, Peckham, like the Peckham area is rough, I think.
Yo, yeah.
But if you go more like Clapham and Wimbledon is not rough at all.
Yeah.
Croydon is it's a bit dirty, but
I have been to Croydon and I find it dirty but not really too dangerous. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's not that dangerous. Yeah.
I love meeting other Londoners who know about the stupid parts of London.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, more London's.
Dude, how long have you been in
But,
Japan
yeah.
for, by the way?
So I've been in Japan for altogether maybe 6 years now.
No way.
Okay.
Oh, senpai.
Yeah.
A bit longer than us, but we're on our fifth year now, which is pretty good.
Oh wow,
Did
yeah,
you
that's cool.
did you come to?
But yeah,
Go on.
yeah, I came as an English teacher like the first year.
Oh, okay.
No
Like
way.
that's how I got my like foot in the door or getting into Japan. Anyway,
A lot
but
of
that was when I was like 26. I'm like 32 now. But yeah.
Okay, so same age as me then.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
came at the exact same age that I did because I came when I was 26 as well.
No way. How did you? So you did animation at university, but then like you came in as an English teacher and made the jump from English teaching to like keyframe animator. How did you
How do
make
you do
that,
that?
jump? How you do that?
It's a big jump. I think I was quite lucky, to be honest, because like I did English teaching for a year. I was like a ALT
Yeah.
at like elementary school and jugakko, like middle school.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I only did 1 year. Like I couldn't. I'm not a teacher. Like I'm just not a teacher. So like I couldn't do it for like I didn't want to do it for a long like more than that. But at the end of the year, I had the choice, like, I had to find another job. So I just, like, sent out loads of emails to different animation studios. And at the time, my Japanese wasn't so good. So, like, I just sent out emails in English.
No way. No
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Fucking
and,
way.
like, I was, like, super lucky because, like, I only got, like, literally got one reply. And it was, like, from, like, a CG animation studio. It's
Yeah.
not, like, TV anime, but they still do Japanese animation. And, like, yeah, the company is called Kamikaze Doga.
Kamikaze Doga. What have they
Yeah,
worked on?
the most famous thing they did was, like, they did some CG openings for JoJo, like, the first
Okay,
couple.
that
Yeah, and they
makes
did
sense. Okay.
Pop Team Pipic.
Oh,
They
Pop
did that
Pipic.
as well.
What the hell is that? Pop de pic.
You don't know Pop de Pipic?
I can't even pronounce that.
I-
Pop de pic pic.
It's
Yeah.
in English. I think the English romanized name is Pop Team Epic.
Oh yeah, Pop Team Epic. Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
in English.
I'll show it to you after. It's pretty.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's crazy.
Is it good?
Yeah,
It's mental. I mean,
so like
it's not-
imagine
it's not- it's not
like
good.
they're like it's like
It's like satire.
20-minute show, right? But in the time span of the show is like 10 to like 15-second long like clips of
like comedy little.
yeah.
I'm down for that. That's fucking funny. That's like Asobi or something like that. That's a good one as
something
well.
like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Holy shit, that's interesting. So that's where you worked on JoJo.
Yeah, that's when I worked on some.
So which
But
opening
just like the
did you
open.
work on? The first or the second one? I think those are the only.
The Diamond Crusaders one, the one with
Oh, the third one. Okay, Surge
yeah,
Crusaders.
third
Okay.
one, the third course.
The best.
Okay.
The best one. The best one.
I don't.
He freezes time at opening. Get out of here. It's good as fuck.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm more partial to the song in part one, even though part one is kind of ass.
Yeah.
Part one is boring.
What's the song in part? Bloody.
Part two is
Yes.
Bloody Stream.
So good. Fuck.
It's jazzy.
Seijin, do you actually watch anime, or is it something you've always been interested in, like Japanese anime in particular, or have you just like?
I mean, growing up in London, there's not that much access to anime, but yeah, like Toonami when I was growing up,
Yo,
Dragon
yes.
Ball and Tentimio and Gundam, Gundam Wing.
Classics.
Yeah, I was watching that when I was younger. But then maybe after college, like I got more into anime, like Naruto and like Ghibli stuff.
Oh, the
Okay.
classics.
I mean,
yeah.
I watched like Totoro when I was a kid, but I didn't really know who made it or anything like that. And
Right,
like Princess
okay.
Mononoke, but I wasn't really aware of who made it until like maybe after college. I was got into like, oh, it's Ghibli. Then I watched all the Ghibli films and got into like Fullmetal Alchemist and Dragon Ball at that time. Naruto. It's
So
just
when
like the
you-
mainstream stuff.
When you were a kid, were you when you were growing up, were you also drawing as well, or is that something you did like much later in life when you started, or have you always been doing it?
Yeah, I think I've always been drawing from when I was younger. Since elementary school or like primary school in England, elementary school, I was drawing since then. So I think I always had like a bit of a talent for drawing. Maybe it's from my mum and my mum's side, because like my uncle is like an artist or something.
Ah, okay.
So I was drawing from quite young, but I was just like, but England's not like the most like. I was always thinking like England is not very like the artistic sentiment of society is not that like technically it's not that high.
He's right.
Like when
Yeah,
you
that
grow
sounds
up,
like Jordan.
you
He's
like
correct.
you're,
That's
you're,
me.
all you're seeing is like this comics called like the Beanie or whatever it's called.
Ah, yes.
Dennis the Menace.
Trash.
Do you remember
yes.
that? Do you know that?
Yes, I remember that trash.
But if you look at the drawings, like technically they suck. So
They do.
bad.
Yeah, they're not great, are they?
This is why I can't draw. It's because I was raised in the UK, where the skies are grey. And
Don't blame the UK.
So, like-
Shut the fuck up! I'm blaming any problem. I'm blaming the UK. I'm like, Jordan, why
Yes.
can't you run fast? Or
UK's fault.
UK's fault. Too many English breakfasts. Not enough.
I second that.
My boy.
No, but seriously, like if you grow up in Japan, you're surrounded by so much good art, like the manga and
That's
anime. It's like
true.
crazy. It's like you can actually kind of get good or like or develop an eye for like art. I think
Yeah.
it's easier.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen automatically, but it's a lot easier than growing up in like England.
It's so true. Like so my third graders in junior high just graduated last week or week before. And usually, like, I guess on the last day, they'll draw, like, a farewell message on the board,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I went into one of the teacher's rooms, and the entire chalkboard is just, like, this diorama of Jujutsu Kaisen, like,
Sick.
perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. Sick.
Perfect.
Sick.
All done in
Wow.
chalk, and I'm like, how?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
you have 3
That's
colors.
crazy.
How did you do that?
Yep. I've had that. I've had like
Damn.
there's a little corner of one of the I think it was the 3rd grade kids classroom in like it's elementary school, and they drew like a very accurate portrait of me in this little corner of the white of the blackboard. And I walked in, I saw this, and I was like, "Who took a photo of me and put it on this board?" It's like it's like, "Oh, we drew it, Sensei," and I'm like, "You fucking kids drew this shit?" Fucking not in London. You couldn't get away with that shit in London.
Yeah, in London it'd be like some stick figure kind of dude. I don't
Yeah.
know.
London, you can't draw. Oh, in London. So this is the whole thing. Seijin, perhaps you can back me up on this. So like, my friends are my friend was in Korea. Now she's back in London, and she was saying like it's really hard to express yourself like openly in London. And she's a girl, so she's like, if she's thinks cute things are too cute, her friends would be like, "Oh, you're so weird. Why do you think like anthropomorphized cups of boba are cute? I don't get it," kind of thing. But then for guys in London, it's like, "Wait, you draw? Man, that's gay. Like you can't do anything. Anything fun is gay." One time I was wearing a scarf. They were like, "You're wearing a scarf? Man, that's gay." And I'm like, "Being warm is gay? Fuck, man. Can't have shit in London." Like, fuck. A man can't have fun in London, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Jordan,
yeah,
that
that
shade
was
of-
the culture back then, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It sucks.
It was indeed. So how did you get away with drawing so long in London? You hiding it in notebooks, or what was the... How did you escape it? The ridicule of London.
I don't think my friends like they weren't that bad because I was quite good at it. Like I was always like one of the best ones in the class, so like I did get a lot of like props for it. So I didn't really get like anything.
Okay,
Any like yeah.
I think that's the thing. If you're good at it, they'll appreciate your work because it's good. But if you're like still practicing, they're like, "Nah, you're gay."
This trash.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
you're gay into it's good. Then it's like, hey, we can be friends now because now this is like a thing that can make you money. So let's be friends. But if
Yeah,
you're like,
I hear
hey,
that.
go on.
Yeah, that sucked. Like everything was gay back then.
Everything
Like,
was gay. You couldn't do shit. Everything. What the fuck? But then you'd have like the cool kids doing like some openly gay shit, and you're like, how is that not gay? But drawing is gay. Like the behind you, like, Jordan, nice ass. I'm like, how is that not gay? You just molested me on the stairs. That's cool, we're bros. And I'm like, nah, you guys are sus. I'm transferring schools. School makes no sense. Fucking classic London. So you've been in Japan for 6 years now. Oh wait, I was doing a story and I completely forgot. So you came to Japan, English teacher, sent out a bunch of English emails. Somehow swiped a really good job. How was it when you started the work?
When I was in the ALT, like you can join the bukatsu, like the club activities.
Yeah.
Like I joined like the manga club.
No way.
Smart.
Man.
Oh, I joined too. I would like go in between like the football one and the manga one.
So you spent the entire time playing football and drawing manga?
After class, yeah. Not every day, but like a few times a week.
Okay, that's kind of similar to me. Like when I came, I ended up the first school I was at. I joined their kendo club, and
fuck yeah,
you know,
oh cool.
The only legal way to get away with hitting kids with sticks.
Yeah. Now anyway, back in my day, that's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How was the company okay with you joining the manga club and the football club? Like I know a lot of some AOT companies don't join
really?
clubs and shit.
Oh. No, I never. They didn't communicate with me at all. Really
Smart. That's good. Yeah,
Good
don't talk to them. It's a bad idea.
If I can ask,
I just
what
did my
AOT?
job.
Sorry, go on.
I just did my job, and then they never contacted me ever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do your job and there's no complaints, like they just don't contact you. Like it's pretty decent. What dispatch company did you come in with, if I can ask?
Oh, Borderlink. I mean, it wasn't. It was not the best one,
In
but
Yeah.
yeah, we were Interact. Borderlink is pretty
oh,
good.
Interact.
Your Interact's trash.
I called them like I called. I had a story about like
Oh,
I
go
called the
on.
lady
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like I told her I was like studied animation,
Mm.
and then her tone just switched rawly, and like and then she just like became really bitchy, and
No
like
way.
she just hung up on me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. What?
What?
So I was like, oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Like it was going fine, the conversation, but then I
Mm.
told her I study animation, and she just switched, and then like she got really rude and just like shut me off. I was
Holy
like,
shit.
okay.
That's weird.
Do you know what it
So I,
probably
so I
is?
never got an interview or anything.
No, smart. It was probably the fact that, so if I called in and they were like, "Hey Jordan, what did you study at university?" and I go, "Oh, I studied science. I want to come to Japan." They'll go, "No future path for him. Get him in here. He's not
Right,
gonna.
yeah.
He's not gonna ditch and go to science in Japan after a year." Dickhead. Come
I
in.
see.
What do you study? I study teaching. Fuck, an actual teacher. Yeah, come in. Great. What do you study? Oh, I study
Oh,
animation. Nope, there's a future there. Nope, he could ditch in a year.
okay.
There's a
I
future
thought it
there.
was because they thought I was like a weeb or something like that.
Now,
Oh, those are the only people they let in now.
they only hire weebs.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It's like a requisite now. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, nah, it's probably because they were like, this guy has a legitimate future in this company. Like, he's using us as a springboard. They clocked onto it.
Oh, they clocked on quickly. I see.
But to be fair, smart. Like, Interact's not really that decent of a company to work with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all, I think
I mean, yeah, they're all bad. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
they're
it's-
all similar.
yeah, pretty much.
similarly bad. So you went from, okay, bunch of English emails, worked for this company doing key scene. Were you doing key scene animation at the first animation company you worked at?
On first, I had to do like a test. It was like for Terraformers. It's like
okay.
Terraformers.
yeah,
The anime though.
the manga. At that point, there wasn't
Oh, really?
anime.
Well,
So
you-
there was like they were making a commercial for the manga.
Mm.
So it's like animating the manga.
Ah,
So it's kind of
okay.
it's anime, but it's like tried to look like the manga.
No way.
Okay.
Anime, TV anime.
So they made you animate it.
Yeah, they made me do a test, and like I did a good job, and then then they took me on as an intern.
No way.
Then my animation got onto the CM,
Mhm.
and then I did an internship there for like 2 or 3 months, and then I got a full-time job.
Holy
So
shit.
yeah, I was like lucky.
Dude, well done. I mean, an internship and then for a full-time job is pretty decent, especially only 2-3 months. I know some companies that will have like year-long
Yeah, they'll
internships.
sit you there for a long ass
Really?
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they
wow.
won't give you anything afterwards. Well done, dude. Fuck, good job.
Yeah,
How
so I
was-
was quite lucky. No,
At the time, how was your Japanese?
no, not good. Like so. Not no, still basic.
How
But
did you?
like they had a girl that was she lived in America for a while.
That was my question.
So
Yeah.
she was the one who replied to my email. So I was lucky.
So all of your like assignments and stuff came through her, basically.
She would help with if because I got the basics, but if it was something complicated, she would help me. And then the boss was like super chilled, like he's really relaxed, and
Okay.
he wanted to learn English, I think. So like
Oh, nice.
he wanted me to help teach him a bit.
That's so
That
cool.
helps. So then I have a question then, because you're from London, so you're from outside of Japan. How many people like I guess now on like the team you're working on, or like whoever
Yes.
you're working with, like how many people are not Japanese that are working on, like major animation?
Oh, at my
things?
company.
Yeah.
So right now I'm working for OLM. They're like the company that makes the Pokemon anime.
Okay. Yeah.
They make a bunch of other like Yokai Watch and Beyblade and a bunch of other many kids animes series. But in my area of like keyframe animator, there's only one other foreigner. He's French.
Okay.
He was there before me. Yeah, he's a French animator, and everyone else is Japanese.
Okay, so it's just basically you two doing the keyframes who are foreign. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Is it difficult working with like only Japanese people, like only one foreign person there?
Yeah, at the moment there's two of us, so it's okay. It's not too
Mhm,
bad because there's like someone else who you can relate a bit,
Okay.
a bit to. So yeah, at the moment it's two of us, so it's okay.
Like
They're a
you,
bit more accepting of foreigners.
yeah, you have that like someone you can talk to about weird Japanese things if you need to.
Yeah, like weird Japanese procedures and
Oh,
like why are they doing it this way? It's so long.
Lord help me.
This podcast would be 3 hours long if we talked about
3 hours long if we talk about. I
Oh, okay.
swear
Let's
to
not go
God.
there.
Every week I wanna write down a list of weird Japanese procedures and just ask
Why?
why, but never answer it. Just why have they done
Yeah.
this? Let's hold a meeting that could have been an email. Why? Let's hold a meeting to set up another meeting without actually discussing anything in the first meeting. Why have you done this? Why did you do this to me? I have work to
Yeah, they
do.
did that a lot. Let's do a meeting to discuss the exact same things we had in the last meeting.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I had that exact meeting this week. we
Yeah, it's
spent
fine.
we spent so long discussing things that we discussed in the last meeting, and in the last 5 minutes we were like, okay, the next meeting we'll discuss these important things. And so why don't we do it this meeting? Come on, guys. Fuck. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's fine.
It must be fun though. Did you work as an animator in the UK as well, or did you come straight to Japan after you graduated?
Oh, actually, no, I never worked in London, but I went back after 3 years.
Hmm.
I worked for that Kamikaze Dolga.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to London for a year because, yeah, I think I was getting sick of I was getting too stressed, I think, just in Japan,
I feel
just
you.
with the work culture.
Mm,
So I was like, oh, I want to go back to UK for a bit
mm,
and
mm.
see what it's like.
How was
So I
it?
went back, but when I went back, that's when everything started going to shit.
What? Like in the UK? Oh,
That's
Brexit?
like in the UK, like
Mm.
Brexit and I don't
Yes.
know all this other stuff. It's like, oh, it's just going crazy.
You
Yeah.
you must have gone back to the UK when I had solidly decided to leave the UK. Because
Ah,
yeah, around Brexit, that's when I decided, oh no, this is
yeah.
ghetto. I can't live here anymore. Gonna get the fuck out of here. Leaving the European Union. Okay, guys, enjoy. Gonna be in Japan eating ramen, dude. Fuck this shit. This is come back when this blows over. So did you actually
Yeah.
work in the UK then as an animator?
Yeah, I worked there for like a year and a half.
How was it? Was it fun?
It was fun, but the work is very different.
How so?
Like I work. It's more like commercial work you're doing, so it's like advertising stuff. Like it's not really based on stories or characters or like that kind of manga.
Mm.
So it's very different work. I like the people. Like we would have lunch together every
Yeah.
day, or go to the park and have lunch. The work environment was much better, but the actual work wasn't as like
Fulfilling.
inspiring.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's more like it's more like graphic design and working on like TV commercials.
That sounds so boring, honestly. Holy shit. Compared to, like, working
compare that
on-
to working on like anime. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Intro
Japanese
for
animation.
JoJo, fucking terraformers.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, please draw Aaron Esurance this week for the commercial, right? It's like, nah, I'm good. Fuck that.
Seijin, you're a skilled man. I love how much work you do. You're a hard worker. You work in Japan. Can you animate this fucking owl and make him say car insurance?
Yeah, I did a lot of like animating animals, like for, like yeah.
Pikachu's
Exactly,
basically an
exactly.
animal, right?
Imagine that.
Basically an owl.
This man has worked in a Japanese animating studio. He goes back to the UK. They're like, hey, Seijin, you worked on Pokemon, right? It's like, yeah, dude, I did. JoJo? Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. You animated terraformers? Bro, I did that. Look, this is a dog. Can you make him go 1-1 for us and say something about... Make this number do things.
Yeah. That's
know-
exactly the kind of work you get.
Do you know Optimus
people-
Prime?
the people
yeah,
are
I
really
do.
nice
Alright,
there.
make a car. Sorry, go on. I'm chatting shit now. Go on.
No, I like it. It's funny. But the people are really nice. Like the work culture is much like more chilled
Chill,
compared to
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
definitely.
just the projects were just like were not as fun. Yeah.
So you want to get into like more specific questions
Let's
about stuff?
let's
Because like
go.
I do have
Yeah,
questions I want to know.
let's go.
So
Okay. Cool.
um so you've worked on like multiple different animes, but you said the one that you worked on the most is Pokemon.
Yes.
So if you're doing let's like say an episode, right? Like what's your time frame from
Oh yeah.
here's the storyboard we're going to give you to this needs to be out next week, right? Like what's the time frame you have to deliver your product?
Okay, to deliver the product. So yeah, each stage is like takes quite a bit of time, but for Pokemon, the schedule is quite one of the better ones compared to like other animes are crazy. They're like from the start to the finish, they're like 2 months or something till they air on TV.
Fuck.
I
Yeah.
think Pokemon they have quite a longer time, maybe 5 or 6 months from the start to it airing. So the schedule's a bit better. But for me, like first it will start off with the storyboard, a conte. You'll receive that, and then you have like about a month, I think, to do all your cuts. So maybe you'll have like 20 to 30 cuts to do,
Jeez.
maybe more, 40 or so.
So hang on.
Sometimes you have like 50 cuts to do.
So hang on. We're gonna get into like more technical terms here. So I
We
think
get
like
into the swamp.
what is a
Okay,
cut? Explain
yeah.
explain to layman people who wouldn't know. I know what it is, but that's because I've done some research.
I don't know what it
Okay.
is. So please explain to me.
So a cut is like basically a scene. So like when the camera changes, that's like one cut.
Oh, okay.
How long does it
Or
take you
I
to
think
do?
they call it a scene in English or whatever. But yeah, one scene.
How long would it take you to normally do like one cut?
This
Oh,
depends on the
it
length,
depends.
right? Like when
Could if
if the
it's like a
camera changes
simple
as
one,
well.
like just a face still and just a mouse talking, it can take like 1 hour or 2 hours. But if it's like some crazy, they're jumping around and doing all that, it can take a day or two or three. Yeah.
So I assume like because I know Pokemon likes to do this a lot where they have like it's like it looks like a panning camera, but
yeah.
it never actually cuts from the thing. So I can imagine having like to scale Pokemon like Pikachu's
Bigger
coming into the foreground and this guy's going into the background and I gotta scale them now, but the camera's still moving. It's also spinning around the like I have to imagine that that's like you look at that and go, fuck, this is gonna be like 2 weeks worth of work.
Yeah. Those ones are more difficult, like the action ones when the cameras are moving around and the characters going here and there and doing all these jumps and effects.
Man, that's
Yeah,
so
that's
much
the one
fun.
that takes time.
Do you have the Pokemon battle music playing in the background as you animate this stuff? That's all I feel in my
No.
mind. Like he's like, oh man, this deadline's tight. Honey, pay the back saying dun 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 dun. dun. He's like,
I actually do have a question about music though. So you mentioned like when you're animating a character like just like talking, it takes like maybe an hour depending on how long it is, right?
Yeah.
But do you get like some kind of audio to match the animation to, or do you just like make their lips flap and hope it's like as close as possible, or what?
Oh, I see. No, like Japanese animation system is like the audio is last. Like I mean, the
Okay.
sound is last. So you just get like the storyboard, and it says this is like in the dialogue section column.
okay.
It says, it just writes down in Japanese what they're saying,
Okay.
and then you just have to like. Usually, it's just like they're talking, so it's just like you make 3 frames of their mouth, and it just flicks between those.
Okay.
And like you just write 1 2 3 2 1 2 3 2, like, and that makes the mouth go up,
okay.
open and shut.
Then it's
And
on the
then-
Seiyu after to match
Yeah.
the mouth movement to whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since it's just like 1 2 3 1 2 3, they can easily adjust it like later on.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, right? Like you have like the open mouth, the halfway open, the closed, and then when
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
doing it, they just swap in 1 2 3. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Fuck,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Interesting.
That
Holy
makes sense
shit.
now.
That's so cool.
Economic.
Yeah, I thought
Economical.
it was in my mind like how these things are animated are completely different to me. Like, gee, I never really deeply thought into the animating process, but now actually talking about it, I'm like, holy shit, this is insane to me. Like, I don't know
Oh
anything.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, because they developed these techniques for years and years. That's why like they're so like set in stone, and like all the studios use the same techniques, like the same. way to make the Japanese anime.
Oh,
That's
so
why
then,
it's so unique to everywhere else, I think.
so then basically, once you learn the Japanese sort of animating systems, like, I guess rule book, you can jump between companies pretty easily, right?
Yeah, you can work for all the different animes
No way.
So,
because it was the same system.
okay. So, do you do like is it like freelance work, or like you're at like a company and then you're just given what the company is producing at that time or whatever?
Oh yeah, there's different options, and I'm lucky enough to be full time.
Okay.
Good
Because
man.
like when you're a freelance, it's more tough. But you can
Mhm.
actually choose. Like the good point is you have freedom to choose what to work on, like what projects you want to work on.
When you're freelance.
If you're like when you're freelance,
Ooh.
but you only get paid per cut, so like it might be a bit more tough financially.
Okay.
Per
Yeah.
cut?
Yeah, per cut.
So, I
And
mean,
like some cuts, like they're super cheap, like 2,000, 4,000 for one cut.
4,000 4,000 yen for a cut, mate. God.
yeah, but think of it this way, right? If you are really good and really
Ah.
fast,
Mhm,
if you can
mhm.
pump
Yeah,
out
yeah.
4,000 yen cuts like bang, 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 bang in a day, like imagine in a day you make like what 4 cuts?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
okay, I've just made $100 a day. Obviously,
Yeah,
not
but you have to be
everyone
like a
can do that.
monster. It's
Yeah.
crazy. There's
Yeah.
this guy. It's called like Hitori Genga. It's
Mhm.
like one man
Wait.
anime like
His name's
keyframe
Genga?
animator.
No, it's like
And
like
then
a nickname.
one person animates the entire episode. Does all the cuts. It's like 300 cuts.
The
Holy
entire
shit.
episode.
Yeah, and then when you go to the credits, there's just like one name.
Who made this episode? Me.
What a fucking flex.
Yeah, but those are monsters. Like those are like they're like inhuman. Like the people.
How do they do that? So they must be freelance then.
Yeah, they're freelance kind of
Holy
people. Yeah.
shit.
There's one guy who does the Iwane-san. He does the Pokemon. He does like one episode by himself, like every few months.
Damn.
Holy fuck.
But I have to imagine, right? Like if you know that you are that good and you can pump out cuts like really really fast as a freelancer, that must be great for you because companies are like, "Oh shit, we need to get the Attack on Titan episode out tomorrow. Like
Yeah.
hire this guy and pay him."
So they got like a what do you call it? Like speed people on speed dial.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I would imagine that guy has like speed dial. So he's probably like, "Oh, I want to do this one. I don't care about you, fuck off." Like
You know he's on a beach. He's on a beach
Yeah.
in Okinawa. And he gets a call and like, oh my god, we're really sorry. Can you like animate this entire episode of Shikio Kyojin? We need it by like Thursday. And he's like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Like gets his
I
laptop
got
out.
time this afternoon.
I got time this fucking afternoon. Smashes the entire episode. It's done.
Man.
Why me the money to the same account as normal? I gotta go fuck anime bitches. Like I assume that's his life. That's all he does. How fucking cool. Is that what are you aspiring to be that way, Seijin? Do you want to be a crazy animator animating an episode by yourself?
No, I mean I would love to. If I had those skills, it would be a blessing. But yeah, I don't know how on earth you get those skills.
Constant repetition, I guess. Like, it must be just.
I mean, I could imagine on a series like Pokemon, right? Where if you're drawing the same like 5 characters for like 10 years, you can probably whip out Satoshi in like 10 seconds. You're like, that is done.
Boom, young Satosh, done, easy.
So
next.
in that case, I have to ask you, Seijin, like, how good are you at drawing Pikachu? Like, you must be a pro by now,
Oh,
right?
true story.
Oh, I'm okay, but I'm not. I wouldn't say. Yeah, I'm okay. Like I've only been doing the keyframes for 2 years now, so I'm still kind of a beginner, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Oh wow, how steep is that learning curve if 2 years is still a beginner?
Depends. Like some people, like they start and they're just amazing,
Hmm.
but some people it takes time to develop. Maybe like 3 years, 3 or 4 years before they can get really proficient.
Okay.
That's insane. Currently,
Because you have to start off as the in-betweener, and then you can become, there's like a test, then you can become a keyframe animator.
So Jordan's looking at me confused by the word in-betweener.
yes.
So, okay.
What's
Yeah, maybe you can explain it.
I am currently the touch base of the general audience currently, because I know zero things about everything in this
See,
situation.
I've done 3D animation, so
Yeah.
I understand like where.
David understands things.
cool.
I understand nothing. I did no research just so I would come into this episode understanding nothing.
Fair enough.
Dave, I'm so fucking smart.
So Seijin,
What's an in-betweener?
In-betweener is they basically, let's explain it. They do the frames that go in between the main poses, the main drawings. So then they connect the animation and make it like move. Like they connect the key poses. Like say this arm is, so it's like a punch. Like you got one arm back, and then as a key pose, that's one key pose, and then one arm extended as like the next key pose. But to make it like an animation, you need the in-between. You need the frames that go in between to connect the movements.
That blurry
So
bit.
they're the people who draw those.
So I assume, Jordan, that you've seen on like the internet, you've seen like the scuffed Gokus.
Yeah.
Those are all in between frames because they're not keyframes because you see them for a second.
I was close. I thought an in-betweener. I thought they were like PAs, like taking the scene from one, like taking like physical pieces of paper from one person and running up the stairs and giving it to the next person. Like an actual in-betweener. So I was thinking, I was like, well, what does that have to do with art? I like confused myself. So you were doing that for a while. You were doing the in-between frames.
Yeah, I did it for like a year and a half. Jesus. And then I did the test, and then I moved to the keyframe.
So as like an in-betweener, right? So like as a keyframe artist, you want to make sure that keyframe is like basically perfect when you put it out. But as an in-betweener, do you just kind of like you draw the thing and you go, it's good enough? Like, is there a point where you just go, they're only gonna see it for a second, so it doesn't matter?
Sometimes it can get like that because like you got a schedule and like you just want to finish it quickly.
Yeah.
But they have the in-between check inspector, so like you have to pass it to them afterwards. So like they have to check it.
Oh, they're gonna be like, this is not on model, so you fucked it up. Go redraw it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want that job so badly. That is such a fucking fun job. Your blur is not blurred enough. Take it back. Do it again. It's supposed to be Goku. Get the shit out of my face. Looks more like Vegeta. Get out of here. That bullshit.
They basically look the same. Come on.
It's actually like that. It'll never make you a key scene animator.
Yeah. Suppose so.
Dude, that's so much fun. Which do you prefer in the grand scheme of things? Did you prefer doing the in-between scenes, or do you prefer doing the key scene that you're doing now? Keyframe.
On the keyframe, it's much more better. It's like in between. The good point is like you can just switch your brain off, like literally, and then just draw the in-betweens.
I do like doing that.
Okay, yeah.
So currently, you're working a lot with Pokemon. So someone asked me a question, so I'm gonna bring it up now. What is your favorite Pokemon to draw?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Favorite Pokemon
to draw.
That's a good question. I guess I still like Pikachu.
Classic.
Because he's so simple. Like you can just draw it quickly.
Right.
Like a true artist.
Pikachu is like,
so then in that case,
like,
I'm going to flip the question is,
if
what's the
like
Pokemon you hate drawing?
In-betweener, and then you get Pikachu, you're really happy because you can just bang out loads of frames really quickly and get lots of money.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Come on, Pikachu. Cash cow in name, cash cow in fucking nature, Pikachu. So yeah, David asked, like, what Pokemon
do you hate drawing then?
Yeah.
I'd imagine something like Arceus is terrible.
Fuck Charizard.
Which one?
Arceus?
Yeah, because it's got like all the spikes and shit. And
yeah, those kind of Pokemons with all these details are unnecessary. They're like the worst one.
What's that? That one Pokemon, not Geodude, the one between it, Graveler. Drawing Graveler must fucking suck. Because all those little rocks. Or Tangler.
Oh, God. Tangler would be terrible. Well, actually, I don't know if Tangler would be terrible, because Tangler is, like, literally a mess. So you can kind of just, like, draw any shape as long as it's, like, the general shape of Tangler, right?
But then you gotta, like, fill in all the tangles. All the little...
Yeah, I guess so.
Fuck that, dude. See...
That's probably why Tangler doesn't appear in the Pokemon.
Is it why it doesn't appear anymore? The anime is like, no more. Make that into a Voltorb and you got yourself a deal. That's so
there's some super complicated designs. So it's like, oh my god, it's going to take me a whole day just to draw one frame.
Jesus. So when you do... Are you working from home at the moment because of the Coronioni?
Oh no, I was working from home for like a couple of months,
Hmm.
but now I'm back at the company.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'm starting to like run through some questions I got from the audience. So one was like favorite Pokemon to draw, and the other one was
Mhm.
like, do you actually like Pokemon? Which is a good question.
Oh
Not
yeah,
anymore.
Do you?
yeah. I like Pokemon. That's like one of the main reasons I chose my OLM because they
Okay.
were doing the Sun Moon at that time, and the animation style is really cool.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like so. I wanted to do that, work on that.
So here's a question that I think Tyrone sent in that he wanted to know
Tyrone.
is so
Hmm.
they changed the animation style for Sun and Moon. Like
Yeah.
why did they do that?
Mm.
Like what's the
Why?
reason? Yeah.
Oh, I don't actually know the reason. I don't think there was a. I think they just wanted to freshen it up a bit,
Mm.
It was
like
very
make it easier
90s, right?
for
Yeah.
animators to work on. Because
Mm.
with the old style, it's very like it's more like stiff. I think
Yeah.
the character designs.
Yeah.
90s anime is very pointy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, very pointy, and the characters are stiff, and like yeah. So with this new designs, they were much more friendlier for towards animators, so they could make more like expressive and like interesting animations
That's
with
true.
these designs.
I have seen pictures of Satoshi and Pikachu where their faces are just like absolutely like weird and like messed up, like
Morphed, yeah.
really expressive faces.
But I guess that's
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
That must
They
be
could
more
go a bit
fun
more
to write them.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot funner to work on for the animators. Yeah.
I got a question from a listener. Someone asked, "How do you keep the character likeness in each frame? Is it difficult to keep the likeness in each frame?"
How do I guess you just keep practicing, but
Hmm.
the main reason why the characters look the same every frame is because there's an animation director,
Yeah.
and they will literally like redraw all the faces if they're not looking correct
Whoa.
on like the whole
Oh.
episode. So
Fuck.
yeah, usually like they'll have like one or two people per episode
Hmm.
in charge of making sure the fake characters' faces are the same.
Holy shit.
Okay. So you're making their job easier if you're sending in keyframes that already are up to where like the
Yeah,
model is,
exactly.
right? Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, if you draw the character and it looks just like the character,
Hmm.
they won't have to touch it.
Nice.
But if it doesn't look like it, they'll like probably redraw the whole face or something.
Okay.
I want to be a
So
key
yeah,
scene
if
animator.
you can draw good, then it makes their job easier.
So I can't draw good. I can only draw pictures of me. So I want to be a key scene animator and just have all the characters have my face and my hair.
Yeah,
You would be
they need
fired
more
from your
afros.
job so quick.
Why does Pikachu have an afro? Everyone's looking at me and I'm like, man, it's probably Tanaka. Fucking, you know. Holy shit. That's good as fuck.
Yeah, more afro Pikachu's, please.
Yeah, I love it. Like the reverse happens. Like I draw a Pikachu with an afro, and they're like, "Who did this? Who drew Pikachu with an afro?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I'm sorry, sir. It was me." They're like, "Genius promotion. From now on, Pikachu will only have an afro. It'll be called Afro Chew."
You're the new animation director.
Oh fuck, that's way too much work. Oh shit.
There's the issue, right? It's like now you have to be the guy that checks to make sure every Pikachu looks correct.
Man, that backfired so quickly. I don't want that job. Seijin, do you want to eventually become the animator director, the anime director?
Yeah, I want to get enough skills. It's called Sakuga Kantoku. It means animation director. Yeah.
How long do you think it would take you
Or
to
the
go
key
from
director.
where you are now to the animation director?
Whew,
Right? Jeez.
maybe like yeah, I'm not the best drawer, so maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe at minimum, probably before I get to that level. Because you have to be really good. Like all the animation directors, they're so good. Like
Yeah,
they're
I've
really
heard
good.
like a lot of the bigger studios like animation directors. They're like old dudes
Yeah.
who've been doing it for like years.
Yeah.
That's insane. I wonder what the Oh, can we talk about pay?
Yeah, you can talk
Yeah, I
about
mean,
pay.
loosely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, loosely, of course. Yeah, loosely. Because I've heard like horror stories about how animators have like crazy hours and they don't get enough pay, and
They're in the
Oh, yeah.
office sleeping under the desk because they have to work on frames in the morning.
yeah. It's like I get questions sometimes in my
Oh, yeah.
Instagram where people ask me like, "Hey, I want to be an animator. Like, what's the pay like?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not an animator. Like, shit, I can't help you." But from your experience being paid as an animator, like, is it you don't have to say exact numbers, but is it good? Is it decent? Is it enough? Can you live on it?
You can't. Okay, it depends. Like right now, I'm in a lucky situation because I am an employee, so I get like okay wage. It's not great, but it's like you can enough to get by on.
Oh,
Um,
this is
but
a
if
good.
you're like a freelance, or it's a very tough. I think it's like minimum wage or less,
Minimum
really.
wage
Wage or
or
And if
less?
you're an in betweener, it's like really low. It's like $1,000 or a month or
Oh,
less
let
when you're
you
starting out.
let's use AOT salary as a touch base because
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
that's a
good.
pretty good base. So, is your salary now more or less than the average AOT?
I think it's about the same.
About the
About the
Ish.
same.
same.
Same range or close. Yeah, the same
How
ish.
interesting.
I don't know.
So when you went
About
from AOT to
or yeah, a bit more maybe.
yeah, probably
Okay.
oh, because you have benefits now as well, don't you? There are benefits, right?
Yeah, because I'm a Seijin or
Okay.
full time
Okay.
employee.
I think that probably makes like a considerable difference. Then.
Yeah. So when you went
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like English teaching job to what do you call it? The first company you worked at, was it like a pay cut basically? Did your wage go down?
Yeah, it went down because I was a beginner. So yeah, I wasn't getting like less than Nijuma, less than 20. Or I don't know how to say it in English. Less than
200,000.
Nijuma,
No
Yeah.
way.
Okay. Wow.
20
Okay.
whatever that $2,000 a
Yeah,
month.
200,000.
Less than that.
Bruh, less than that? Holy how did you live? Was it hard?
Uh, no, I mean it's not. Japan's like the rent's not so expensive, like
Yeah, true.
That's
five
true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
five hundred dollars or
Yeah,
something.
that's true. That's
So
true.
it's
That's
not
true.
too bad.
Okay.
You can get by it. Yeah, you just can't do like extravagant things.
It's fine. We're not extravagant people here. We go to ghetto barbecue and
Yeah.
we do some dumb shit. Like we're not extravagant people by
Most
no
definitely
means.
not.
Dude,
Yeah,
fantastic.
but
That's fucking.
definitely, if you want to get into the anime industry,
Hmm.
don't do it for money. Like you just don't do it for money.
You
Yeah.
fucking heard it here first, guys. Don't do it for
Don't do it
money.
for money.
I
Yeah,
feel like
you have to be really passionate,
Hmm.
or you have to be a bit like of a what's it, is it masochistic?
Yeah, I'm asking. You gotta want that
Well,
lightning bolt
I
from
mean,
Pikachu.
if you're making $1,000 a month, yeah, you probably have to be a little bit of a masochist to get by.
Learn to love the taste of onigiri. Oh, little baby in the background. Is that a kid?
Oh yeah, that's my. I have a kid, so this is running.
Oh. Wait, are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh.
Now she's just gonna
Congratulations.
go downstairs.
Oh, bless.
So what does your kid think about the fact that dad makes Pokemon?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, oh yeah, they have. I mean, for the first few years, they're really young, so they didn't really know what
Okay.
Pokemon was.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're getting into Pokemon a bit, so they just started now, so to
One
actually
of
know what
us.
Pokemon is.
One of us.
Get them into the cards, bro. Get them into the cards.
Oh no, I'm not sure about the cards because it's quite expensive.
Oh, bro,
Expensive hobby.
you want some cards? I'll give you some cards. I got so many fucking cards that I don't need that I would gladly pass over to you. Bless. How old are your kids, if I can ask?
The one's 2 and the one's 4.
Oh,
okay.
bless. Kids. One day, David, we'll
Sorry.
have some kids of our own.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. It depends.
Do you got any other questions, Jordan? Because like I have. Let me just check my document here. Oh, this
Yeah.
was another question I want to know. So you're working on Pokemon now, but do you have a project or an anime that if the work was offered to you, you jump at it like right quick?
Yeah.
Something you really like to work on?
I really would like to work. Um, I think like I want to work on like Dragon Ball, I think,
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
and maybe if they like, I also like Ghibli, so maybe like a Ghibli thing, something would be
Okay.
cool.
The Ghibli studio
Uh,
seems hard to get into.
If they remade another again like Full Metal Alchemist, I'd like to work on that
For the third time?
for the third time.
Third time's a charm.
Give them time; they'll remake Fullmetal Alchemist again. Like
Really? You think so? I thought Brotherhood was pretty good.
Brother was pretty good, but you know, it's Japan. They're gonna
Yeah,
they're
well,
gonna milk that cash cow.
Just give it like 5 or 10 years.
Give it
and
a little bit longer
they'll-
though. Definitely do it. Oh, it's so exciting, man. God dang! I did not think like I would learn so much about animation things. That's insane. So is this? Are you planning to stay in Japan forever now? You could be in Japan animating in Japanese studios just indefinitely now.
Oh yeah, for as long as I can from now, I think
Okay.
I would like to, as long
No.
as everything stays safe.
True, true. No plans to go back to London to animate there again for commercials and such.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the future, it depends on the like, because I have kids.
Mm.
Maybe
Right.
like if London is a better environment for them. But yeah, for now, I don't plan to go back
Smart,
to London.
smart. But you said you're half Japanese. So is your family living in Japan and in the UK, or they also live in the UK at the moment?
Oh yeah, my mum and dad are both in London.
Ah, same as me.
Okay.
But you have family in Japan as well, or?
Not really. I have one uncle, but I don't really talk to them so much.
Ah, I get that. Oh man,
Yeah.
so you're literally just like us. So like in Japan with like barely any support system. Like I think that takes a lot of not even just bravery, a lot of confidence in your own skill to come to another country and sort of break off to do the thing you want to do, even knowing that like the pay is going to be less, knowing that like it's going to be a little bit difficult. So
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
think it's confidence or like delusion.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of
a
column B.
little bit of both, you know. But I feel like you need both of them. You need the confidence in your own skills to be like, hey, I'm gonna get this done. But then you also need that whole delusion to be like, I can do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send out 1,000 English emails and I'm gonna get this job. And you did. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, but yeah, you need a bit of a little bit of both, but you also need like a bit of skills as well. So it's like a mixture. So you have to train as well. You have to practice and learn, but then you also have to be a bit delusional.
Definitely. I got last few questions. My last questions are: what are the hours like in animating? Because I mentioned the pay, and I wanted to talk about the hours. Like, how bad are the hours? Is it like crazy Zangyo, or is it like it's okay? The times are pretty solid. Like, what are you looking at? How bad is it?
I think the main problem is just the Japanese work culture in general. Like, and then animation just gets exacerbated because people are working really hard and like there's a senpai system. You want to work harder than like your senpais, and you want to be better.
Yeah.
Then like get better and stuff. So you'll just stay later and later. So at my company now, they're really chill. They're like they force you to go home before like 10. Oh, now 8 o'clock because it's
COVID.
Corona times. But usually like they like turn off the lights at like 10 o'clock.
Are you serious?
So yeah, like to make sure everyone goes home. Because most Japanese companies, people are sleeping there under night. They have like cardboard boxes like under their desk with
Yeah,
sleeping bags.
I've definitely heard of that, especially like
Imagine!
animation studios and like game studios. People are sleeping under their desk because they want to get up at 5 in the morning the next day to do stuff.
So I'm paying rent. I have a house, but I'm living in a cardboard box in my office like a homeless person. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then they'll go to the onsen for showers, like nearby
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
bathhouse for showers.
That's insane. Holy shit. Japan, calm down. The work's not going anywhere. Like, it's gonna get done. Fuck, man, that's insane. Have you ever done that? Have you ever slept in a cardboard box under your desk all night?
No, I've never done that.
Good
But I
man,
have
see?
Not
slept
yet,
in
yeah.
the studio at night, overnight. But I just slept in my. No, I don't. I didn't sleep. Of course, I was doing work, so I just stayed overnight.
Mm.
Wow. Why did
But
you...
some people they line up a line of chairs and then make a bed.
They make a bed? Guys.
They the office chairs. You just put 3 or 4 in a row, and then it's like a bed.
And they sleep on the office chairs?
Man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Man, my back hurts just hearing that. Like, fuck me, dude.
Yeah, I can't imagine like leaning over a desk all day and then being like, my bed tonight? Office chairs. Line them up, boys.
Tanaka-san, I'm gonna need that office chair when you leave. It's
Yeah.
gonna be my pillow tonight. Like, oh god.
God.
No thanks. Well, at least they're like cutting the hours down so you can... No, not cutting the hours down. Forcing people to leave at an appropriate time so you can actually, get home to your damn family. Like, be
Yeah.
insane. Do you think they're going to
One
continue...
time
Go on.
One time, I was working at a studio, then I just got there on normal time. I got started at 10 a.m. and I was just working, and I was just drawing some stuff. Then suddenly I heard this rustling next to me, and then out under the desk popped some guy, some cardboard out of a cardboard box. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was just like, "Shit!" And then
There's a
the guy was
vagrant in the
sleeping there with
studio. Got
I was
squatters'
like, I didn't-
rights.
Sorry, I didn't know you were
Can't
there.
have
I was
this
like, oh.
desk.
And then he just woke up and then went and brushed his teeth, and I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
Yo, Seijin, no. If I'm at my desk and I'm working and there's a rustle next to me and a guy pops out, he's getting the swiftest uppercut. Like, I can't. That's terrifying. What the fuck? Just got... The thing is, in any other industry, that would be insane. Like, if I'm a teacher in a school and this other teacher comes out of the desk next to me, just like, oh, hey guys, I slept over in the school all night.
Right,
it's like,
yeah.
no, you can't do that. What do you... Fuck. That's funny. Holy shit. Oh, man. God. I got last question. Oh, man. Sage, I got one more question for you, if that's cool.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So, last question is, so you're an anime now, keyframe.
Keyframes, yes.
Frame.
Got it, keyframe. How high do you want to go in this industry? Like, what's your target? What are you aiming for in the industry?
Oh,
What's the dream now?
the dream. Okay, yeah, this is just the dream, like the big dream.
Go on.
But I would like to create my own animation series, my own animate.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe I'd have to become the animation director, then the director, and then maybe after that you could you have to work your way up to make your own animation series.
Wow.
So yeah, right now I'm working on this kind of kids stuff. So maybe something like that, like a kids show, but with some more diverse characters.
Oh, that'd be good,
yeah.
especially in Japan now. Do you hear about?
Yeah.
Do you know about the first black-owned animation studio in Japan?
Oh yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah.
I've
They're-
worked on some projects for them
Oh,
before.
fantastic.
really?
But yeah,
We-
Arthur.
Yeah.
He's, I know them. I know them.
Fantastic. You know, I when you first said you were working in animation, that's the first studio I thought of. I thought perhaps you were working there, but that's very cool.
Yeah, I think there's not many black people in the anime industry. Maybe literally 3 or 4.
There's literally 3 or 4. I know 2. Like
Yeah.
you and the other
Okay.
guy. That's it. You're one of the people I know. That's it. I know 2. That's insane. So that's the dream. Make your own anime?
Yeah, that's the dream.
Dude, that's gonna be... We at Tokyo Fresh will 100%
Yeah.
support
For sure.
your anime when you make it. Like, I'm very excited for that.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Bro, I've learned so much. We good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I'm
as far as
fantastic.
Questions, yeah.
I wanted to ask. I'm full of knowledge.
I'm sure there's the second that we stop, I'm gonna be like, dang, I forgot.
Dang, I
about
forgot
this
to ask this
question."
thing. Yeah, 100%.
You know, that's just the way it is.
For now, Seijin, do you have any plugs? Anything you want to say to our audience?
Thanks for having me. It was fun talking. I guess if you want to follow me, you can follow me on. I have Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, we'll put them in the show notes.
The name is at Seijin Thomas, one word. Seijin Thomas. Yeah, so if you can follow me on there, that'd be great.
All right.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Guys, give him a follow on Twitter or Instagram. If you have any more questions, feel free to slide into his DMs and bug him about your animation questions. Please don't be creepy. Don't ask weird
Yeah,
questions.
don't be
Yeah.
creepy.
Please don't be creepy.
Don't do that.
He's a nice guy from South London. Leave him alone. Don't be creepy. But at the same time, be friendly. Tokyo Weekend and all that. Guys, join the Discord. Gonna love you and leave you. Seijin, once again, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
for-
been a great interview.
It's been a great interview. Thank you for educating me, a man who knows nothing about anything about animation. We wish you all the best, and I really hope to see your animation be made one day. When pandemic's over, let's all go out for ghetto barbecue. It'll be sick. Until then, Seijin, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, thanks guys.
Bro, see you next time. Bye, guys.